But you'll see some of them are carrying pollen in. As soon as I go to grab one, they zip away. Well, I'll get one off the frame a little bit later. So there's quite a bit of activity today. They're working away. I would, that's a little awkward with that stump there, but the closer we are together, the safer you are because they don't see. Oh, look at this.
Okay, well, that was motivating.
That's safe, everybody. Such a
Negative
cozy
reinforcement
science
really
writers.
works.
Does it work with kids too?
It actually works really well with kids. They come out here and we get, usually by the time we get through all that talking there, they're like, you were just starting to get a little tired,
Dopey, yeah.
and ready to move. And so they come out here, they're nice and calm, and they stay really still. And I always put the worst kid right in the middle because they're more likely to be moving, and they won't see the movement in the middle.
So if anyone gets stung, it's because I have brought down the rat.
Okay, so we're going to puff some smoke at all of these hives here because we're working in the area, and then we'll just open up one.
Would bees from one hive respond to the alarm pheromones from another hive?
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah. And if you get stung, there's a pheromone that comes off the sting, and it smells like oranges and bananas. So we never eat oranges and bananas out in the bee yard, or especially bananas. But it and that basically is a signpost for where to go to sting.
Oh.
So you'll get other stings in that area. Africanized bees are acutely responsive to that smell. So where here you might get another sting there. With Africanized bees you might get another 100 stings there. And then you're really marked with pheromone. So
How often do you get stung?
every day. Actually? To some level or not, but
You become immune to it after a while.
Yeah, it feels the same as it did the first sting, but you're so used to that, you can block it out really well. And after a time, you don't swell up or itch very much.
Your mast cells are just like,
So you're
I'm not
pretty
dealing
good.
with this anymore.
We actually had a student for the first time in 29 years now, had a bit of a reaction to a sting this morning though. So I'm really
I got a wasp.
disappointed about that, not so sure. You might have a bee land on you. If you do,
It looks like a wasp, actually.
yeah, just say my name, Paul, and I'll come over and deal with it.
Okay.
Okay, so we're gonna puff some smoke there. I think I'm gonna move you over into the middle. You're not that bad, but can you guys just clear a little space there? Your hair flips around a bit, and that can kind of be a bit emotional.
Sorry. There. Now we're really
Nice
cozy.
stuff.
Snuggly.
What was
And
that white?
everything's quiet down here, Ed, right?
What was that white thing you just took off?
That was the lid of the hive, just sheds all the rain and everything.
Oh, okay.
And then we have something under here called an inner cover. It's just a piece of cloth. And we'll just can peel that back. See, there's some bees there. So normally, as I'm pulling that off, I would puff the smoke here. I'm just
Living dangerously.
Now all along here, there's bee after bee after bee, all with their heads up, facing up, looking at me, ready to fly up and sting me.
Going, Paul, you twin.
You can see, now these are pretty gentle bees. Like, even with all that movement, they're not responding. Just the same, we'll give them a little puff of smoke and down they'll go. I see lots of white wax just starting to form here. That means there's nectar coming in from the flowers. It's a really good sign because they're creating brand new wells. So that's what one of the honey boxes look like inside. And so we make these frames that fit within the box, and they're made in such a way that there's a little bit of a space all the way around. And if there's that space all the way around, then they don't join the frame to the box. So that way we're able to disassemble everything. So that's called the bee space. When that was discovered, it made modern beekeeping possible. But that box was put on maybe a week ago, and it's about a quarter full now. So they're starting to be full. As we need more space, we'll add more boxes, and by midsummer, hives will be this high or so.
Does each one of these boxes have its own queen?
Each of these pile of boxes is one beehive, and we keep the queen down in the bottom box called the brood chamber. You can see it's a bit bigger in the box. And we keep her down there by means of a queen excluder. I'm about to take off here.
A queen what?
Excluder.
Oh, she's not big. She's too big to fit through.
Yeah, her thorax is rigid. Her abdomen's big too, but it's not rigid. Her thorax is rigid, and it's too big to fit through that screen. But the worker bees can fit through there.
Oh wow. So is that beeswax that's
Yep.
on there? Or
Yeah,
is
that's
it...
beeswax on there. Any place there's a little extra space, they add beeswax. For tiny spaces, they fill them up with propolis. I think I'll leave that over here. So now we're down looking in the brood chamber. It's too bad. If I worked in that box, my back would be towards you. So I'm working over here, but it does mean some of you can't see quite as well. So a puffs of smoke there. And down they go. Now we're going to pry a frame out, so I'm loosening it up first, and then prying it up. And just gradually take that out, because we don't want to crush any bees, of course, especially the queen. Okay, two things here we can look at.
Watch out. Careful, you're standing on
Yeah, that was close. Okay. So most of those are worker bees on there. This one here is a drone. He's, remember I described him as handsome, don't you think so?
Yeah, there you go. It's very lovely.
Quite big looking and delicious.
Okay. But why?
Whoops. Oh, there we go. If I do that right, they fly. But now the drones can't sting, so I could do that. Oh, here, there's something cool. See? Only the girls do. Only the females. So there's a worker bee being born, hatching out.
Oh, neat.
See the worker bee just chewing her way out?
Ah,
It's
it's
her
like a
birthday.
chicken hatching out of an egg.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Happy birthdays. Happy
Wow.
birthday.
Nice.
Thank you.
If we want to clear bees out of the way, we just lay our hand on there.
And then pull them off, and the stingers they'll stuck in your hand, so they
Yeah,
won't.
that's it. Now you see how they move away from there?
Is it because you're? Is it the light, or because you're hot, or?
Just the touch is not. That's a good question. I don't honestly
Okay.
know. Do I have a volunteer that would like to try that?
So how many
Somebody
bees
step
would be
up
on
here.
there?
What am I
On here,
trying?
Maybe
Putting your hand on top of the bees.
a couple thousand on that frame, something like that. So you just come on over here. That's a good idea. Yeah, so you're facing this direction.
Oh no.
So we can all see you. Now what you do is you put your fingers tight together, just like when you're gonna feed a horse, right? Your fingers are together, and then you just very gently, just until you're touching them. What's it feel like?
Boy, they're moving away from
like eyelashes.
Mm-hmm. That's a good way to describe it. They're warm and soft there.
Yeah.
All right, now I want you to clear
there's
this
a
area
big
right
one.
here, because there's something different in there. Yeah, that's a drone. So clear this area right here. Great. Okay, now you can sit down there.
The fat cell.
Yeah, what we're looking at here, these are drone pupa, right there, and these are worker pupa. underneath here.
Guys, just an
See
information.
the two difference in the size there?
Oh,
Drone
wow.
pupa and worker pupa. So that's drone pupa there and worker pupa here.
Do all the cells have a mix of drones and workers, or do they all?
They
just put them
build
all
whatever
together?
they want
Oh,
in the
okay.
comb
Okay.
or in the hive, and they'll only build a certain percentage of drone comb.
Yeah.
They do. It's good for morale to have the guys around, but
Yeah, but you only need so
they
many
only
of
need
them.
so many. And they're kind of a luxury item. They only produce them later
Two
in
today.
the spring when the hive is
Yeah.
starting to do really well.
Right.
In the fall of the year, they kick all the drones out and won't feed them. It's a pretty sad thing. I
My-
pick them up and put them back here.
So when a bee dies in the hive, how do they drag it out in its entirety?
They take it out.
Or do they
and,
take it out in
if it's during
pieces?
the time of year when they can fly, their preference is to fly away and drop it.
Like a
So
group
what
of them
we're-
hold it?
In its entirety.
Yeah,
They'll be able to
whole-
lift the
they
entire
can
bee.
carry the weight of a whole bee and fly
Wow.
off with it and drop it out there.
Just one will?
In the winter time, if there are dead bees accumulating on the bottom of the hive, on a warmer day, it's like they sweep them out. So that you will see dead bees at the entrance in that case.
Oh.
But when we're monitoring bees for different experiments, we need to collect the dead bees. So we have to use these specialized traps that they can't carry a bee out. They can fly out of the top of it, but they have to go through a screen, which means they have to drop the bee down onto a special tray. So we're able to monitor those dead bees.
So why do they have a slot at the bottom and a hole?
Good question. This upper hole is important for in the winter time. I'm not sure about that. Okay. Yeah. When you raise your hand, just kind of go like that. That's a lot of movement.
See, I told you I'd bring down the wrath.
Okay. Remember, we put you in the middle. So in the winter time, we need to make sure they have an upper entrance because it can get too humid in there and that moisture can condense and drip down onto them. So they need to be able to expel the warm, moist air that's rising up. And so it's a way of letting them ventilate their hive better. Just give me a second. I'm going to have a look through the queen.
Honey dripping out or is it nectar?
Sometimes that takes a second or two.
Is that honey or nectar dripping out or something else?
There's a bit of everything on these frames.
Okay.
I'll show you a bit more in a second.
So it could be.
So just bear with me here.
With all the bees flying around, not a lot of buzzing that you hear, eh?
I know, it's true.
They're very quiet.
Obviously, you don't have the loud-ass drones.
Well, I think like you can hear it a little bit, but I think the trees are just like
Louder,
rustling a little
yeah.
louder.
You can hear them start buzzing more when he sprays them with the smoke too.
There's a few bees here that want to dance.
Oh yeah, look.
One there. But they won't be able to do it very well out in the light here. You can see they really just want to
Oh yeah,
dance.
there's one. Keep my hand down.
So you're seeing kind of like part of that dance behavior. Right over here we have a little cup.
Yeah.
That's what they would raise a queen in if they wanted.
Oh.
So it's just there in case they need to use it. And then if we look in this frame, we'll see lots of yellow pollen in there. And then we can see larvae over in this area here. So we got pollen here and larvae over there. And more bees hatching out in the middle.
Oh, wow.
So we can see pollen here and larvae over here. The little white grubs there.
Can't see the white grubs. Maybe it's my angle.
Yeah, it's
Oh yeah, there.
part of-
Yeah, you gotta.
Is that angle good there?
Yeah, exactly. As long as I don't ask a question.
What's going on with him?
And all this
Check
pollen
this guy
here.
out.
Oh no, he got no back.
He has no
Grubs here.
muffins. This guy has no
Everybody good?
belly. He has
Go
no
after
belly.
him.
Go after him. Look at him.
There we go.
Can I take a picture of him?
Also,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure what happened there.
He's chilling, but can't digest anything anymore. He's not gonna last very long. Yeah. Probably his last day. Probably hurt.
I'm sorry, we're going to have to let you go.
You could adopt it, Jennifer.
Okay.
Nurse it back to health.
maybe they can't eat.
With a
Well,
3D
he-
printer, we'll print him a new animal.
There we go.
He'll be stainless steel.
The bionic bee.
I missed seeing the queen in this hive yesterday when I was doing a tour here, so I hope I can find it today.
Maybe she
If
swarmed.
not, I'll get my.
How is he still?
Show
It's
me
a
up.
little lady.
Sorry, how is
There she
she?
is. Good.
Well, I guess all the limbs are all coming out of the thorax.
So,
Yeah.
here's the queen.
I don't know why.
We
she's not
paint a
riding.
blue dot on her thorax to help us find her. She's up in the corner.
Oh, I
closest
see
to
her.
me there.
Oh yeah, there. What do you paint them with?
Special paint pen. It's a latex paint, so non-toxic. There's an international color code for what color you paint them on what year. This year will be white. Last year was blue.
Oh, there she is. Wow, she really stands out.
Mm-hmm.
She does.
But you look for that abdomen.
Yeah.
Like when we're trying to find her, we just look for that abdomen, and because they're not always marked.
She's shinier than the rest.
Mm-hmm. Not as striped, a different shape. It's that abdomen that really jumps out at you. Oh, there she's laying an egg. It rarely happens when they're outside. And queens.
Oh, it doesn't take her long.
Oh, now she's.
This one.
I think she's maybe going to lay another one. Yeah, there she goes.
Wow.
She's laying
up
one
at
while
up
checking
at
the
the
next
top.
one.
She's checking the next one out.
She's a multitasker.
There she goes, laying the egg in that.
She's working her way across the row.
Wow.
They rarely do that when
We
you
got a
take them
special
out.
treat.
You did, indeed.
She's like, oh, this happens all the time. Whatever.
I got stuff to do.
Yeah, exactly. I don't have time for this.
That might be why I didn't find her yesterday. She was laying an egg. So we can pick them up by the thorax. Their thorax is relatively tough.
So the female, does she have a stinger? Yes. After she's.
Yeah, the queen has a stinger, but she only ever uses it on another queen.
Right. Okay.
And it's not barbed, so she can remove it. Whereas the worker bee's stinger is barbed. So you see, we can handle them quite easily there.
Oh wow.
And then we always keep a cage handy. But that's what we do here anyway. And then just drop her in. And then I know from the rest of the time what I'm doing. I know where she is, she's nice and safe, and the very last thing I'll do is release her once we got everything put back together.
Anyone ever forgotten to put her back?
That's why I lay it on top of the frame, because I'd get home at night and she'd be in my shirt pocket, and I'd go, oh, which hive was she from? No idea. So I've gotten to the habit of doing it that way.
How distinctive are their stripes?
Well, the coloration does vary from queen to queen. We work with a strain of bees called buckfast bees, and that queen is pretty typical. Somewhat very lightly striped, but not too dark, not too bright. If they're really dark, they're very hard to find inside a hive. This nectar is fresh from this week. You can see all that fresh nectar in there. It's all shiny.
Now, is it nectar or is it honey?
At this point, it's probably nectar, probably not completely dry. If I shook it, it would drip out. So you see where it's all shiny there?
Yeah.
And you'll see if I stick my finger in there.
Oh, yum. I was going to say, now are you delicious?
I've got to ask, is it any good?
It's so good.
Is it
Isn't that a
as
mango?
sweet as honey or?
Oh, it's the best honey in the world. Nothing tastes better when it's fresh and warm out of the cold. If you want to have some honey, you just hold your finger like that. So that I know which person wants honey. Well, you're definitely not holding your finger out. Okay, there you go. Scoop a little out there. Try it.
We're good.
All right.
Well, that's so good.
And that tastes good.
Yeah. We're wrecking their house.
Don't worry. You can see they're already cleaning up the drips.
So good.
That is good.
Wow.
I'm surprised they're not annoying.
Oh,
They're all sleepy.
that is so good.
They were
They just got smoked.
We've been smoked. They've been smoked. We're all eating.
They're good.
Everyone's got monkeys, it's okay.
All right. What I'm going to do is get you guys
Stick
to
my
go
tongue
back
in there?
to
Maybe not.
under the shade of that catalpa tree there.
Okay.
Where we look up over in that area there. I'll close up the hive here, and I'll meet you over there.
I'll pry my butt loose here.